let's start at 197.
Okay.
Because I feel like this was the match.
That was crazy.
Maybe 141 too, but 197 and all it entailed. When you picked Rocky second, I was like, I get it, but I know because it's Merrill Wrestling that this match is going to be in the balance late.
I totally underestimated Cody Merrill in this match. Straight up. I just did not. I mean, I was right, but yeah, based on how the matches played out, like that was very losable for Rocky Elam. I think a couple things make this match close. One, Rocky, and you alluded to this morning when we were talking about it, like Rocky takes these kind of long, rangy shots, like not really setups. It plays right into Cody's down block reattacks, which are really, really good, and we saw him almost score multiple times off his reattacks. So Rocky like left himself a little exposed there, and like Cody's just like weirdly really good on the mat. Like he's really hard to get away from, and I know there's a lot of discussion. Was he stalling? Was he not stalling? I don't know. I think Cody could have been hit more for inactivity from neutral, especially. And I do think both of them are just kind of playing the game in neutral. Like, let's, keep him down by any means possible. We saw this bite Steve Poulin, and we'll talk about that match later. But I thought there were points where Cody should have been hit for stalling on top. And I thought there were also points where Rocky made up his mind that he wasn't trying to get away. He was just trying to stay up on his feet as long as possible to get the stall call, which I don't think you give the stalling there. So I agreed with it in that case. I thought there were some instances where Cody could not get a breakdown and maybe he should have been warned more. The right guy won, I think. I think Rocky was the better man that day, but it definitely sort of reframed how I view Cody a little bit. Like, I think he's coming into his own. I think he's got like a well-honed identity of like how he wins matches, and he could be a top 3 guy at the national tournament. And it's weird to say that after a loss, and maybe I should have felt that way anyways. I didn't, but like, and Dean's out of the mix. And honestly, think about if he had won that match, which he was about to win, and gave up a takedown with like 10 seconds left. This is like a 2 versus 3 match, right? And that reframes things as well. But Rocky's better, but Cody can win.
If he gets choked.
That was crazy. I don't know why Rocky felt the need. Like he could
grab with his thumb and his fingers.
He could have been post. He could have like post.
Straight finger, straight thumb.
Or you could even post on the face. Like I don't think they're like right on the side of the headgear.
You see it on the chest, kind of.
But he went straight. It's just he just went and he
Darth Vader style.
I mean, between him and Meyer Shapiro, they just did not let go of the choke. Like, he had this, and he's like, I guess it's kind of smart. Like, all right, well, I already getting penalized for it. Let me just hang on this choke for a little bit. But that was kind of wild.
Just trying to crush his larynx.
Yeah, that was kind of wild. I don't know why he did that.
I also don't know why. Well, it obviously ended up working out for him. But going into the third, I'm like, dude, just put him up on your feet. And there's no real advantage to doing the full ride out and then going into overtime and then having to take him down again was my thought at the beginning. So I was like, dude, you're going to ride him for 1:45 and then he's going to escape with 15 seconds to go and you lose.
Yeah.
And there's no point in riding to erase riding time and then let him go, because if you get a takedown, it doesn't matter about riding time. So I was confused, and then obviously it wore Cody down enough.
That's exactly what happened. The first part of the third period, it looked like, oh, Cody's about to get away. And then I would say about a minute in, Cody got really tired and just could not create the separation underneath well enough to get the escape. And then at that point, I think it's like, I bet Rocky felt that, and he's like, oh, I can ride him out. And he did.
Got the win.
A couple really near takedowns for Cody, though.
Yeah.
Like, I think 2 times they like looked at it and challenged and like almost had it. Did he have it? That was kind of like the story of the weekend, or these like weird almost takedowns.
And goes down.
I think the other one was probably closer, but that was close.
Overtime? No, the other one wasn't as close because Elam was able to get all the way around, I felt like, and grab.
Right here.
Yes.
Hold on. But wait,
His knees never hit. He turns and grabs ankle before his knees hit.
But does a hand hit?
So they're still in bounds.
But he's like standing essentially.
Right, because he's on top of Cody, and then
All right, here. Does he have the ankle?
his hands in between the
Even if
ankles.
he's standing, his hand's down, so that's technically could be takedown criteria.
Yeah.
Hand down.
Even though he's basically sitting on his shoulders.
Now that's reaction time. That's what. Boom, boom. That's like not enough, right? Whereas I feel like Antrell was like sliding, going, moving a little bit on his knee.
They were also still not out of bounds.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I don't think it's a takedown.
I don't think
total
that's-
other
He was
topic,
definitely
but
close.
there were so many times this whole weekend where there were these tight matches, and I'm like, maybe a point for walking out of bounds, like a step out.
The funniest
And
thing,
we have a total different kind of match.
someone sent a tweet like, how much did Elam pay the ref? I'm like, well, you guys think it was biased towards Elam? Like, you could definitely, there are definitely some calls that could have went against Cody that weren't.
Officials had a rough go of it in Stillwater on Sunday.
Yeah, it was a tough one.
There was a lot of controversial ones too, and then I thought they made some that I definitely did not.
Hey,
agree
real quick,
with
were
that
you guys
word
surprised that Elam took the mat since he's on a pitch count and the match was out of reach already by a large margin?
I think he's okay. I think it's good for him to wrestle.
I mean, I was glad he was out there. I think it's good for the team, even if, no matter what, and good for Rocky. But I was just thinking,
I think.
I think
I think he wants the hard ones, the hard matches. I don't think he goes. There's a point to going out there and beating Merrill. There's not much point in me going out and beating an unranked opponent. That's where I have the potential to get injured.
I think the pitch count thing is kind of like, I mean, they still have managed his load a little bit, but he wrestled at Vegas after the Iowa duel. Like they're not really doing it. So I'm not. I fully expected him to wrestle. That's why I picked him second.
It's kind of crazy if you look at the guys he's beaten this year. He beat Dean, Rademacher, Joey Novak, Luke Geog, Bennett Berge, and now Cody Merrill.
Yeah,
that's a hit list.
Yeah.
that's a heck of a run. Absolutely.
And Dean, right? Did you say Dean?
He said,
okay,
yeah.
you said Dean.
No, Rocky's been fantastic this year for Iowa State. Around the horn a little bit on this.
Let's talk 141.
Yes.
The other match. And here, let's start right away. Was it a takedown for Vega?
Yes, I think it was.
You think so?
Yeah, and I also want to mention because I forgot to mention 41. I was actually nice in the text because I said I could have let you pick 41, and I knew you would have picked wrong and picked Echemendia. And I said I don't want to do that to you. So I was like, I'm gonna pick Vega and let you have 149. Trying to be nice. So I think that needs to be in the record as well.
Yeah, because there's one thing that's proven
but
is that
no,
you're not that competitive and that you wanted to
not-
You
give
would have picked Frost,
JD.
though.
Maybe. I didn't put myself in that position. And I didn't put you in the position to have to
Yeah, because you fraudulently went first.
Yeah, well, because of you. So I think this was a takedown. I think these guys, some of them are like, they can just do stuff that others can't, and you kind of have to like make a judgment call. Like, I don't know. You can't write this in the rule book, what this is. Like, the arm's kind of there, but he's around the waist, knees down. He's sort of on a hip. The near leg, I think that's a takedown, but I understand the Cyclone perspective there, but
I don't feel strongly about it in real time. When I first saw it from the kind of above angle and behind a little bit, I was like, oh, that's a takedown. And then they show the angle from in front of them, and you see Echemendia still has that arm in between. He only hits his hip for a second, and I kind of felt like, I don't think it is. Actually, I lean more towards that, but
the other thing I thought about this was leading into like maybe a couple seconds before that, I was like, he's going to score this like definitively. And I thought Sergio maybe stopped like pushing for a definitive position once he got awarded it. Because I feel like he could have driven over it and maybe got something more like indisputable. But
It also looks like control, just like whatever rule book you want. Like,
I know.
Echemendia cannot get up there. He can't do what he wants in that position. It's Vega in control on top.
and that's why I kind of originally thought takedown, and then I wasn't so sure because I also feel like Vega couldn't really push over that much.
The takedowns that Vega got out of just did not. I mean, I tweeted he doesn't make sense. Like some of the stuff he does, I don't even understand how you get out of it. He just has a special feel for the sport. Wrestling genius for sure. And he's kind of a winner too. Like just fight. He's dug deep in some. He's like everyone talks about like him dominating Brock Hardy, but like tough win against Nasir Bailey, tough win against Echemendia here. Like he's had to grit his teeth a couple times too. Very impressive.
He's a guy, and I felt like this every time because I knew he was this way, where every time he got in, I felt nervous. I'm like, this is a dangerous position for Anthony as much as it is Sergio.
But then
for the exact reason as this. But I'm like, but you have to. You have to. And I'm like, Echemendia is doing it the right way. He's not hitting a knee. He's just going to that outside step, duck, trying to pick him up. This is the way you have to finish. But every time Sergio gets his foot down, that's just an opportunity for him to do something crazy like he did.
Yeah. I honestly didn't, even though I know Sergio's so dangerous there, I did feel like, I never was thinking Echemendia is in danger. I was like, he's going to score these points. And he just could not do it. It was unbelievable. Just a great performance.
And gave him a big bear hug and lift at the end.
Yeah, that was
Two
cool.
Sunnyside guys.
Yep. But certainly this match is one that like I was surprised. The thing that surprised me most about this match is that Sergio did not get in really at any point on a shot. Like I feel like next time, like that's what he needs. You don't want to try to win like this again because it's 250-50. I think for Sergio, if he can find a way to that high crotch, like that's his number one attribute in my opinion is his finishing. As great as his scrambling is, maybe it's not, but I think that's what separates him the most. Like he's automatic when he gets to a leg, and he couldn't get in on one against Anthony. And so I think that's like for the next time what I'm looking for.
He's not a prolific point scorer. If no one forces the issue, he's had some one takedown matches this year against guys you feel like he is leaps and bounds better than.
He is prolific. I would say he's prolific point scorer. I think there just are a couple examples of closer matches against really good guys. But yeah, he's had some tight ones.
Let's move up one weight, 49. This one was toss-up. I still feel like this one, the next time they wrestle, is going to be the exact same where you don't know who's going to win. This time I went Casey's way.
Yeah, Casey, nice weekend. Beating Rachi, hit it. He's so I would say for Casey, like, and I'm sure he's had this in his arsenal, but like he's been kind of pick reliant and like a double leg kind of run through you. This high crotch that he hit against Rachi and then he's hitting here, like that's a really nice attack for him. He looks really good right now at 149, which is designed to make Kozak and Raiders ranking life
Yes.
heck. He's kind of rounded into form after like a tough start to the year. He looks really good. He looks like a guy that could make, a third, fourth place match, could maybe outside shot at the national finals. Swiderski's wrestling well has had to mean a lot to him. He went pretty wild there after he got that takedown.
There was still like 45 seconds and he was talking that trash.
I know. It's Kate. I mean, these Dundee
Casey.
boys. They're wild, man. Braden Davis and Casey Swiderski.
I like it. I like the fight.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like Braden kicking Brock Hardy.
I know what you mean.
But I like they got that edge. You want an edge to a guy.
Exactly right. And so that great win had to be this is a big win for both. Would have been a big win for because like Casey left and like the Cyclone fans have been chirping. It's like you left because you were going to be the backup this year. Blah blah blah. I promise you, Casey Swiderski read all of that. Like there's some guys that don't, and there's some guys that do, and it can work for some. It can work. It can cut both ways. Casey's a guy he's into this,
Yes.
right? And he's reading it, and he's like, okay.
It came up at the All-Star Classic at the when I interviewed him after the match. Yeah, I want to give the shout out to the guy on Twitter that like clipped that part out where I go, "Oh, you came from Iowa State to Oklahoma State, talk about that move," and he immediately went to, "Hey, everybody thinks I left because of that reason, but I was a starter every year when I was at Iowa State. If you want the truth, talk to me. Don't just like make stuff up. None of that is true."
Yeah.
So he did not. In his mind, it wasn't anything to do with that. He said, Oklahoma State is where I want to go to win a national championship.
It's
Anybody
funny.
that has a tattoo that says "Say Win" on them, they're gonna scrap.
Yeah, they're gonna scrap. I would say for It's always
That's a great
funny.
side by side.
It's the funniest thing is that like the the guys in the crosshairs for Swiderski and Braden Davis are like two of the like Jacob Frost for whatever that. I'm sure that is not why he left. Like the Frost are just these like super nice, like sort of soft spoken, humble kids, and then Brock Hardy is like maybe the nicest person in college wrestling. And so the fact that they were kind of like in the crosshairs, I just find that funny. It's like, what I do?
Let's bounce back down to 125. Bizarre match from Steve Poulin.
Yeah, it's. I think Steve-O came into this match like, I've got a ride to win. And so when it started not going well riding, he's like, well, I'm not letting go. He doesn't have the belief that he can get a takedown against Troy, is why I think you wrestle when you give up 2 stall points.
Belief might be true.
And then it could be true, but it's like, but here's the thing. I don't know if Troy can take him down. Like,
sure.
I'm not certain of that. I think this is a match that if Steve-O doesn't force the issue and basically give up 3 points from the top position, I think this is looking like a sudden victory or a tiebreaker match. I don't think he had to do it that way. And I think if they wrestle again, I think it's like, yeah, you try to ride. If you can ride, good. But after you get that warning, you have to recalibrate and adjust. And Steve-O just in this match did not do that. But I think it's a match he can win, but it's a match he's going to have to win ugly and late, right? But yeah, I just think tactically, you make mistakes in matches sometimes.
33. Unfortunately, we didn't get Frost versus Forrest. Finally waiting for a good opponent for Jax. And sounds like Frost was under the weather, sick.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate. I was so hyped for that match.
They mentioned on the broadcast that he
didn't wrestle against
weather.
Oklahoma
He was sick
on Friday either.
No, he was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to see that for Jax, right? All right, okay. He can beat all the Cubans in the NCAA roster. He can beat some of these unranked guys. Give him a top 10 guy, and then he doesn't get one. But here's the reality. Oh, also I'll clarify this. I did on Twitter, but there is some confusion, including my own, because I forget this rule. So you get 5 dates, but on one occasion you can use weekend duels as one date. So Jax has used 4. Okay, this weekend wrestling against UNI and Iowa State counted as 1 of his 4.
But you can only do that
You can
once.
do that one time.
Wow, they really
you can't do it like a random time. Another time, be like, well, that's still a Friday, Sunday, not related.
You can do
to
it one time.
It's bizarre.
It's needlessly confusing, but it is true.
Okay.
So his 4 dates at this point are Oklahoma, the Cyclone Invite, Missouri, and then this weekend's UNI Iowa State duel. So he has 1 left. But why are we counting these? Because at this point, I think it's pretty clear he's going to go, right? I don't think you use him against Missouri if you're one, because we know Virginia Tech's a huge duel. And Iowa State's a big duel. And Iowa's a huge duel. And you want him for all those. So I think it's all designed to get Jax to wrestle. And I just think that's what's going to happen at this point. You can debate and discuss whether it should or shouldn't, but I think the reality is he's going to go.
57, Robideau looked solid.
Yeah.
Against Zerbin. Zerbin, for a freshman, is a tough guy to beat.
Yes.
I feel like he's a tough matchup for freshmen specifically.
100%. Some of these cagey guys, these guys are really tough to score on, super scrambly. Like, it was a Antrell and Zerbin are super different wrestlers, but they can they're really hard to score on, and they can find paths to win a match where maybe they're not as good. This is a guy with a win over Levi Haynes. This is a guy he's really, really tough. It's another good win for Robideau. Robideau got a little kind of feeling himself in the duel.
Yeah,
he's very
the Cowboys as a whole do that. They kind of got that swagger to them where they're gonna party with like 10 seconds left. A lot of their guys kind of like give them fist bumps and smiles while there's still time on the clock. A lot of them have like celebrations that they do after the match, which I think is
Gallagher tremendous. It's watching the broadcast. it could be just like how they produce it, but you can barely hear the commentators during large portions of the action because the crowd is so loud.
It's awesome.
in there.
It's 10,000
unbelievable
for Iowa State. 10,000
Yeah,
fans.
I mean,
in
wait
there.
till Iowa. That's going to be freaking.
It's like a party. That seems to be like the place to be in Stillwater. Like football, I think was like an abysmal year for them. So like they're waiting for.
R.I.P. Gundy.
Shout out. No, that was great.
I will say it's unfortunate for Landon Robideau that the Halloween theme song is a sick walkout, but I feel like it should have been retired with Carter Starachi.
Yeah.
Because Landon does not fit the Halloween theme song. Nobody fits the Halloween theme song as well as Carter Starachi did.
Yeah.
No one walks out to the Met giving off those serial killer vibes more.
Correct. So, like, that's why I'm like, it's a great walkout, but I feel like it has to be, you at least got to give it, like, somebody in, like, 10, 15 years could redo it, but this close.
It's the passing of the torch.
I don't know if you want that
Of a
torch.
knife.
Yeah. I wonder if he even knows. He might not.
He might not
I could
even
see
know.
like some of these kids are like, "What?"
Right?
Like to us, it's like very obvious that's Carter's music, but he's like, "No, it's scary. I want to be scary. I'm coming
Yeah.
out to the Halloween theme."
It's going to take a couple years before someone can do Pump It Up as well. That's Parker.
Parker's.
Okay, guys,
It's not as.
I don't know. It's not as connected to.
Yeah.
it is to me.
Yeah. It is
I'll
just
object
very
if somebody else uses it.
Okay, there's more in this duel though. I want to talk about D Lockett. Not this match really, although great job. The Ryder Downey match. There's just something. Listen, we got a question about D, like a lot of close matches, and yeah, for sure. But he just has that indefinable winning quality about him. Like he was down 4-1 with like 15 seconds left against Ryder Downey. Ryder's really good, and he fires his double leg. He gets the takedown and backers and wins the duel. It's like, all right, this dude is just he's a winner.
And then he hit him with the Soriano in the middle of the match. That's like what I was talking about, where like Oklahoma
He got
State.
a little something.
They
Yeah,
got a little swagger.
It was that's a great moment for D, a big win. Like this guy just, and I know he took some losses in freestyle at U20s or whatever, but that quality about him is what makes him so scary in March, and why I'm a freshman, a true freshman that is finding those ways to win. That's a scary thing because that's what a lot of true freshmen aren't doing. They're like, oh, you're there to win, but you don't quite do it. He's right there, and he just does it. Daniel Cardenas, he rides him. Like, it didn't see that coming. Or not Daniel Cardenas, Hunter Garvin. In here against Ryder Down, like, probably should lose. Like, Michael Caliendo. No one beats Michael Caliendo that doesn't win the national tournament since Carson Hartzler did in 2022. Like, that's who we're talking about. So, D's pretty special. His misdirection against Connor Uten was just filthy, disgusting. I don't know if you saw it. We watched it a couple times at my house. Like, left, right. It was just dumb.
In that one, I think it was that one. One of his takedowns against Newton, I think it was that one. You can see an old geezer in the front row.
Yes.
Who goes,
Geezer.
"Ooh," like in the big wide open mouth.
It is like that. It was like that. I totally agree with the old man. He was all of us in that moment. Like, oh my god.
It was literally jaw dropping for him.
Crowd was, yeah, dude. The crowd in the front row is great too. And then the camera is perfectly positioned so that you can catch John Smith in the back, right?
Yes.
And he's just a fan. It's like he's just like a rowdy Oklahoma State fan now. He's like not even in coach mode at all.
That's why it has to be so cool to be from where, go to school there, and then coach there.
Yes. Yes.
Like, he is just Stillwater, Oklahoma State. He gets to cheer for the school he went to and for the team he coached. Both.
I know. I was thinking about, I think I talked about this yesterday. Like, he has to be so just elated that this is the state of the program. I think everyone's talking about, like, before he retires, like, when's he going to retire? It's like, who's going to get it? It's like, it was sort of, I think that was what kept him there. Like, I can't hand this thing off. And, like, my legacy is what happens after this. That's how you got to think about it. Like, I want to leave this place in a good situation. And, like, he left, and it was like, it's perfect. Like, David, like, he handed the baton, and David's like, he's in some ways elevating it, right? It's elevated certainly from where it was when he got the baton. And I think for John, who is just a cowboy through and through, and like you said, like now it's like that's just got to be such a weight for him, because a winner like John Smith is not just like what I do. It's like what happens. Like, how did I affect this entire school and this entire program? And
well, he
that's
knows,
what makes it so awesome.
Yeah, he knows what he does in life echoes throughout eternity.
Yes, he is Russell Crowe. He has a beard now, like Russell and Gladiator.
He's living his best life.
I'm not the coach anymore. That means I'm allowed to grow a beard. I think that's something like his dad told him. He's like, when you're the head coach, you can't have a beard. He's like, okay.
He coached the Yankees?
And he just believed.
No sideburns either.
He's like, all right, finally I can grow a beard. Another thing I'll say is I know 4-2, but I think Facundo's looking good. I thought he
He's
looked
firing a lot more than he used to.
He looked like, and I'm talking about the Sima match too. Jared Sima, you and I, really tough, and he didn't blow him out, but he's just giving himself more and more opportunities to score. I like what I'm seeing from Alex Facundo right now. I think he's trending the right way. So the upper weights for 74 up for Oklahoma State. That's the pocket that I was like, this is why they can't win. This is why they can't win this year, because they're not just get. But now it's like Cody Merrill, top 3, top 4 guy is a possibility. Alex Facundo, can he beat Levi? No, I don't think so. But in the Kennedy, Minto, Hartschla, and Simon Ruiz sphere, I think he's in that sphere.
He split with Minto.
He split with Minto
this year.
He's not beaten Kennedy before, I don't think. Maybe he did years ago.
Facundo?
Yeah, maybe he did that when he was at 65 at Penn State. But I think Kennedy's had the edge.
Nope.
What?
2 overtime losses.
2 OT losses. Okay, he never beat him. But I think it's reasonable that he could. Doucette, we'll see. I still don't know what I do know. He's a top 10, top 12 guy. He's a guy that could place, but beyond that, I'm still not sure.